alaikum everyone. I'm Nadia Ahmed and welcome back today. We have a truly inspiring guest with us, someone who embodies style, sisterhood, and empowerment. She's a modest fashion influencer known for her style, and beyond that, she's also a founder of Sisters Retreat, a beautiful community that brings women together for meaningful getaways and deep connections. So, from balancing personal life to building a space for sisterhood, we are diving right into her journey. So let's get right into it. Please welcome Abdiya Iman.
Thank you. Assalamu alaikum.
Walaikum salam. Thank you today for joining us, Abdiya.
You're really welcome. It's really nice to be here. I don't know if I would consider myself a modest fashion influencer, but I'm definitely open to sharing my journey.
Okay, tell us something about yourself here.
Yeah, so my name is Abdiya Iman Meddings, and I'm from the UK, but I reside in Spain. I'm 31 years old. I'm a mum to an almost 2-year-old little girl, and I am not a revert, as many people expect. I'm actually a born Muslim to revert parents. So I was born Muslim, alhamdulillah. And yeah, what else? I'm married here in Spain. My husband's from here, from Seville, from Spain. Also born Muslim to revert parents from here. And yeah, I'm the founder of Sisters Getaway, which is a retreats company for Muslim women, not predominantly Muslim women, but not exclusively, from all over the world. And we run retreats in Spain, in Morocco, in Zanzibar. We're doing Umrah this year, and obviously in the UK as well. And I'm also a network marketer, so I work with an Austrian cosmetic and supplements company, all organic, ethical, sustainable, and I'm really passionate about it and sort of growing the awareness of such products, but also helping other people start their own business and yeah, help people grow economically as well.
That's
Yeah.
great. When was the moment in your life that you embraced hijab and what sparked that change for you?
Yeah, so as you can see, I don't wear like a full hijab most of the time. I wear this style, but I started wearing it full time when I was 16. So I used to wear it on and off like before that, but definitely when I was 16, it was like, I want to wear it, I want to cover my hair. Um, and I think that was like quite a turning point in me. And then for me, and then when I was 18, I went to Morocco to study Quran in a Quranic madrasa for 2 years. And that again was kind of like another step in my journey where I was like, yes, like, I was born Muslim, but this is my path. So yeah, that was, I guess, those two quite significant times in my teens.
Being a hijabi, have you faced any challenges like while shopping for modest clothes?
Definitely. I mean, like, just like shopping on the high street from a very young age, it was always, just doing a quick scan of the store, like if there's anything here for me, no, okay, walk out. So, and I'm not very like patient with like shopping online. And I think like having like one space would just be like amazing, where I could just go to one place because, I live in Spain. I don't dress like, for example, I don't wear abayas or like,
Yeah.
long dresses all the time. Like I do in the summer, definitely wear more like flowy dresses, but abaya is just not my style. It's just not what I would feel comfortable in. There's
Yeah.
been moments in my life where I have worn abayas, like when I was studying in France, or obviously when I was studying Morocco, or when I'm traveling around like the Arab world, but not sort of on the daily. So definitely, I mean, I kind of just give up, to be honest, when it comes to shopping. Like I just wear what I have. Things are just like, yeah, I'm definitely at this point in my life where I'm like, oh, I don't have time to like go shopping, look for things, especially when it's so difficult to find pieces that work for
Yeah,
myself. So yeah.
that's true. If I rated your wardrobe, what's that one thing that you can't live without?
That's a really good question. Um, I guess recently I wear a lot of like just like plain jumpers and just like normal track like just like kind of not fitting trousers, jeans. Um, I love a bit of a tracksuit, but again, I work from home. If I was having to like get dressed for the office every day, I think it would be like a completely different scenario. And
Yeah.
then in the summer, definitely long flowy dresses, linens. I've got a really um loved pair of like linen like culottes, that just like really just I love the fit, and then I just chuck any linen shirt over that, and that's my summer go-to. Summers for me are a lot easier than the winter, I've got to say, in terms of
Yeah.
modest wear.
That's right. That's true. But I think winters also you can put like more like layering, which is
I know, but I don't know. I feel like in the summer it's just more like flowy, and so like it's easier to
to
cover everything,
cover.
Whereas like in the winter it's like, some leggings and then like put some trousers over it to keep
Yeah,
warm,
yeah,
and
yeah,
then
yeah.
and then it's just like, yeah. But I love my mum gifted me like a Jaeger like Mac, and that's like quite long, and I just love it. Like over all my outfits, I just chuck it on
Do you have any go-to styles while you're traveling?
while I'm traveling. I think just yeah, comfy jumper, jeans, and tracksuit, things like that. Just like things that are just not tight fitting and comfortable. Um, because especially now I've become a mum, like convenience and practicality is like one of the most important things.
Talking about traveling, I'm really curious to know about the your sister's getaway.
Yeah.
Well, what is this? How did you start it? How did you come up with the idea?
Yeah. So I think it kind of like was born out of COVID really, because it
Mm-hmm.
was, everyone's feeling so lonely, everyone's feeling quite, hadn't traveled for a long time. And I was just chatting to a another actual travel vlogger on Instagram, Ellie Quinn, and we actually had we spoke the first time on Instagram Live, and we just got chatting, and she mentioned that she had done tours in the past, in Pakistan and all like many different places.
Mm-hmm.
And she'd recently become Muslim in COVID as well. And so we were like, let's do a retreat together. Let's like bring people together, especially, revert women who, potentially don't have that community. And then it was, our first retreat was born in June 2022. But leading up to that retreat, because it filled out, like it sold out in 3 days after we launched it in the previous November.
Mm-hmm.
So we're like, okay, let's do another one, for the people that missed out. And then I realized it kind of like, yeah, it kind of hit me that like this was so fulfilling, like bringing women together, creating a space for women, giving women the opportunity to travel without their friends and family, to meet
Yeah.
other women, to meet like-minded women who share their values. And I was like, this is me. This is a bit of me. Like I love meeting people. I love bringing women together. I love making people feel special, and giving them that space to feel vulnerable, and yeah, it's been really really amazing. So that's kind of how it was born, and we've done 41 retreats now.
Wow.
I actually got pregnant that same year, so I scouted the Marrakesh retreat before I got really pregnant. And it's just been an incredible journey. We've done like Spain, like I said, we did UK in the first year, added Morocco in the second year, and now coming into our fourth year, we've
Mm-hmm.
added Zanzibar as well, and we're doing Umrah this year as well. So it's been life changing. It's been like my first baby, it feels like. I love it so much. I feel so honored to be able to kind of like facilitate this for other women. And although I can't make many of the retreats now myself, I have a wonderful team of women who run them for me.
Okay. That's truly amazing. And actually, that's needed because me, with my cousins, we used to plan this, going out on trips and everything, but it doesn't happen all the time.
No, it's
What do
really
you do in
difficult to
your
like
retreats?
coincide.
Yeah, sorry.
So we do different things depending on the location, but generally we split up the retreats into two kind of sections. So we have like the more relaxing, the nature, the
Mm-hmm.
sisterhood aspect of our retreat center. So we most of the time we use like functioning retreat centers that have like, staff and the food, obviously the accommodation, swimming pool,
Yeah.
and things like that. So we just really enjoy being in the retreat center, being in nature, having that relaxation. But we also add some adventure. So we go for like hikes in Atlas Mountains in Morocco or up into Alpujarras in Spain. And Zanzibar obviously is quite an excursion heavy retreat, because there's just so much to see. So, beach days and, boat days and like
Hmm.
spice tours and things. Um, and then we have, like, for example, in Spain and Morocco, like we do a city break at the end, So at the retreat center, like I said, we'd have different activities like creative writing, pottery, henna parties. We do like sister circles, things like that. And then in the city break, obviously, we're checking out some of the city's best sites, tours with amazing tour guides. Obviously, in Granada, we have the Alhambra Palace, which
Hmm.
I think is one of the most important Islamic monuments in Europe. Um, so yeah, definitely should be on your bucket list if it isn't
That
already.
sounds very tempting, actually.
Yeah, they're life-changing, the retreats for many people, I think it's all we ask is that you come with an open heart, an open mind, and be ready to really connect deeply with other Muslim women,
Yeah.
and other sisters. So yeah, it's amazing. It's amazing like what comes out of the retreats as well, not just the time that we spend
Yeah.
together, but other things that come out, other trips, other visiting each other, and it's kind of the start of like a new community for the women.
These retreats, have they changed your personal life in any unexpected ways?
Definitely. I mean, most of my friends have come out of the retreats, like we keep in touch, we video call. Um, we really support and look out for each other. And yeah, it's been an amazing journey. Obviously, having a little girl meant that I couldn't go on so many of the retreats, but she's been on about 11 retreats herself.
Great.
So yeah, she's a retreat baby, but now she's almost 2. I'm like, it's not really fair to take her on the retreats anymore because it kind of takes away the meaning of a retreat when you've got a toddler running around. But
Yeah.
everyone loves her. But no, they've absolutely changed my life. It's been, I can safely say it's probably been the best thing after my little girl that's happened to me. The opportunities, the people that I've met, and the lives that I've been able to impact through Sisters Getaway. So yeah, I'm really, really happy.
So if you could plan an ultimate dream getaway for your community with an unlimited budget, what would it look like?
Mm. Um, well, to be honest, I'm really happy, like with, for example, all of our retreats. I think Zanzibar has been our most expensive retreat to date, and we definitely haven't held back at all. It's just been like, this, yeah, put that in, put that in, put that in. But I think I've got Bali in the works, Bali and Lombok, so Indonesia, and I want to make it really, really special, and I think it is a challenge, kind of because things do add up and then you end up having to charge quite a lot of money. Um, I get it, like it is, but we really hope to offer like, once in a lifetime experience. But yeah, I think to be honest, I feel like everything is possible, right? So, inshallah, like if we can get Bali off the yeah, get Bali going. Um, and I think, I would just invest more money in like more massages, more experiences, more luxury, But
Yeah.
then you think about it, like not everybody wants that. Some people do want more of like a humble experience or, not so kind of like flamboyant. So yeah, I think I would just try and make the women feel just as special as possible and give them access to more things that they feel spoiled.
Mhm. So personally, what's your favorite destination, you would say?
Well, really, I'm in love with Granada. Like it's been my home. Before I used to live there. I love being up in the mountains, the views, the energy up there, the history. I feel like within Europe, like you really just can't beat it. But I would love to explore places like Croatia, Bosnia, um, Serbia, all of that area. Like I'd love to explore more. And then who knows in the future, maybe Japan, maybe other places, Malaysia. All of those places I'd love to explore, but I've never been. I've never been.
Okay, so building a community is very difficult. So, what are the challenges that you faced while, you know, building this getaway community?
Well, at the moment, we're kind of working on creating a space where the people that have attended the retreats, all of them can kind of like get to know each other as well. So we're kind
Mhm.
of still in like that phase of like really building a platform or a space where, that community can kind of like really be nurtured. But in terms of like you know, I suppose it's getting like trying to get rid of the stigma of women traveling by themselves. Helping them understand that they deserve this
Mm.
time.
Yeah,
We so often don't put ourselves first, and then we're kind of like pouring from an empty cup, right? We've heard that so many
yeah,
times.
yeah.
Um, and a lot of the time, people don't have the support of their families. Whether it be their partner or their parents or whatever. But yeah, I think it's really surprised me that, Muslim women predominantly do have like the courage to travel, to meet, groups of women that they've never met before,
Yeah.
and to get out of their comfort zone. So yeah, I've been pleasantly surprised, and there's still lots of things that we're working on.
You're doing retreats, you're doing your job, and you're a mom. How does a typical day in your life look like?
Okay, great question. So I get up, kind of like peel my eyes open from a crazy night, and try and get my little girl ready for nursery. Alhamdulillah, we found like a wonderful nursery for her to go to for a few hours in the morning. So I drop her at nursery. It's never just like a drop off at the door. It's always like wait for her
Mhm.
to connect with the group and then like, hey, I'm going now, okay, and sort of slide out.
Yeah.
Um, and I come back and normally have breakfast, and yeah, kind of think, okay, what do I need to get done today in my next sort of like 3 hours that I've got alone?
Mhm.
Um, and so yeah, I'm either like filming videos or having calls with future retreat goers or with present retreat goers, or I'm having meetings with people who might be interested in starting with the network marketing, letting people know about that as well. Um, like mentoring my team as well. I might be doing some logistics for the retreats,
Mhm.
um, talking to the leaders, putting down deposits, booking things in, all of that, helping people with their flights. It's kind of like a big mishmash of things that I have to do on a daily. And then my little girl comes back from nursery, and I put her to sit down for a nap. And then, yeah, I continue working a little bit more. And then in the afternoons, yeah, just being with my daughter, or I go to the gym and get dinner done, shopping. You know what it's like. It's just, I mean, there's never enough hours in the day, right?
Yeah. What's your true quote or your mantra that keeps you going when things get tough?
I think one of the things that really like always comes to mind, and my friend says it all the time, is like what's for you will not miss you, and what's not for you, like it will never reach you. So we just don't need to worry. Like there's never any opportunities that are going to pass us by that were meant for us. And that Allah always has our back. Like everything that
Yeah.
happens for us is for the best. Um, so whether that's your computer breaks and everything gets wiped off. That happened to me a few months ago. Mashallah, like it's really not a big deal. Or someone comes on the retreat and like it maybe wasn't what they expected and they didn't like it.
Mhm.
Mashallah, like like that's gonna happen. Um, but yeah, I think knowing that everything's in Allah's hands is obviously the most important, and yeah, keeps us humble and keeps us connected to Him.
That's true. It's if there's one thing that you could give an advice to your younger self, what would you do? What would you say?
Yeah, you're never gonna have it figured out. You're never really gonna know like what it is that you want to spend your next year doing. I feel I always have this feeling that like I'm never successful enough. I'm never, accomplishing enough. And I think I would just tell her like you're never gonna feel like that. Don't worry. Just day by day, do what you love doing. or strive to do what you love doing, I think is probably better. Um, but yeah, I think because you think like, oh, by the time you're 31, you want to have everything figured out. You want to know, you want to
Yeah.
have your house, you want to have you this. It's like I don't have any of that. Like I don't have it figured out. I don't have a house. I don't, you know, what I mean, I don't have my financial situation figured out, you know. So everything's just like month to month, week to week, and just yeah, take it as it comes.
So what does your self-care day look like? What do you do usually? Treating
Definitely
yourself.
the gym. Yeah, I like going to the gym. I think that's been something that I've started sort of like since November again, quite seriously. I think postpartum is always a difficult time. I definitely love looking after my skin more over the last few months as well. Like, and I've seen a big change. You know, I don't have the blessing of like, you know, I'm white English, and we all know that we age way faster than pretty much every other ethnicity out there. So we have to look after our skin a little bit better than the rest. Um, and so, yeah, I love hydrating my skin, looking after my skin. I think, you know, having products that like I believe in and like sit well with me. And also, like my little girl picks them up and she like puts it in her mouth, puts it all over, and like I don't have to worry because
Yeah.
it's completely natural. Um, so yeah, definitely that. Make myself some nourishing food, taking my vitamins. And what I would like to do more is, yeah, spend more time before my prayers, just meditating a little bit, just relaxing. Oh, and I always try and like fit in a facial every couple of months and a massage. So.
What's your plan, or like future plans for you and the retreats? Personally, your journey and the retreats as well.
mm. So, yeah, with the retreats, I definitely like to add a couple of extra locations to be able to continue to provide like, you know, new spaces for my community because we've hosted sort of like between 800 and 900 women, and
Mm-hmm.
so many people like come back, you know, for like second, third retreats. So I'd love to continue to add maybe one location a year slowly. And we're very selective with like the places we use, so it takes time. Um, and I think personally, I'd love to grow my family in the next few years. I'd love to, you know, move into a house where I've got a garden and I can host people. That's something that's kind of like a dream of mine. Um, and yeah, I think also, you know, I think probably lots of us can relate. I'd love to be in a financial situation where I can give zakat and I can help people more, inshallah.
Mm. Hope you and wish you that you would achieve all of these in the future,
I
what
mean,
goals.
thank you.
And
And
it
as
was amazing having this conversation with you. Hope you enjoyed it as well.
yeah, I did. It's really nice to have a good reflection myself too.
So thank you so much for joining us.
Okay, thank
Um,
you. All the best. Take care. Assalamu
all
alaikum.
the best to you too.